Good evening. I'm Marge Buchanan, Deputy Zoning Officer of Haverford Township. I'd like to bring the Zoning Hearing Board Reorganization meeting of January 4th, 2024 to order at 7:15 p.m. I'll call roll. Mr. Kane? Present. Mr. Rhodes? Present. Mr. McGargy?
Here.
Mr. Boynton?
Here.
Ms. Vitale?
Present.
Okay, beginning with the first item, appointment of chairperson of the Zoning Hearing Board for 2024. Do we have a nomination?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to nominate Mr. Kane as chairman.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I move the nominations be closed.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will turn the meeting over to Mr. Kane.
Okay, thank you, guys. Nomination for vice chair?
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Bill Rhodes.
I'll second.
Discussion?
I move the nominations be closed.
I'll second that. All in favor of closing the nominations?
Aye.
In favor of Bill?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion for secretary?
I'll make a motion that Jessica Vitale be secretary.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I move the nominations be closed.
I'll second that. All in favor of closing the nominations? Aye. In favor of Jessica? Aye. Motion to appoint our solicitor?
I'd make a motion to appoint Ernie Angelos to continue as our solicitor.
I'll second
Second
that. Oh, sorry.
Any discussion?
I move the nominations be closed.
I'll second that, even though I'm not supposed to second things from the chair, but. All in favor of closing?
Aye.
All in favor of Ernie?
Aye.
Welcome back, Ernie.
Thank you. I appreciate the board's continued confidence.
Would you come up here and sit down now?
Before we make a mistake,
Motion to appoint court stenographer.
I'll make a motion to appoint Arlene La Rosa.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I'll move the nominations be closed.
I'll second that.
All in favor of closing the nominations? All
Aye.
in favor of Arlene?
Aye.
Aye. Welcome back, Arlene. Jess, you want to do D?
Oh, I'll make a motion to appoint the Delaware County Daily Times as the primary newspaper of record and the News of Delaware County as the secondary newspaper of record for the year 2024.
I'll second that.
I don't think we need to close anything on that one, so all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'll just read the next one. Make a motion to set the following 2024 calendar of meetings for the Zoning Hearing Board: January 4 and January 18, February 1 and February 15, March 7 and March 21, April 4 and April 18, May 2nd and May 16, June 6 and June 20, July 18, August 15, September 5 and 19, October 17, November 7 and 21, December 5 and 19.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Anybody need any modifications to the calendar? I mean, it's fluid. We can change it, add, delete, move meetings throughout the year. So, and to convene at 7:45 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. With that, we will adjourn the reorganization portion of the meeting. In 10 minutes, we'll convene the regular portion of the meeting.
We're good.
Right. We'll call to order the regular meeting of the Haverford Township Zoning Hearing Board of Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Present at the front table to my far left is Jessica Vitale, a voting member. Ed McGargy, a voting member. Hello. My left, Ernie Angelos, a solicitor.
Good evening.
My right, Bill Rhodes, a voting member.
Good evening.
Jesse Poynton, a voting member. Margie Buchanan, Deputy Zoning Officer, Haverford Township. And my name's Robert Kane. We have only one new case listed for this evening, and before we begin, Bill, would you please lead us in the pledge?
So please rise if you can and repeat after me.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Case Z24-1, first case of 2024. I don't know if that's good or bad. But Timothy and Megan Carford, owners of 820 Beechwood Road, Havertown, PA, DC folio number 2206 0023600, who seek a variance from the provisions of section 182711B1 to provide no separation from the rearmost portion of the main building where 10 foot is required, to construct a single-story addition and deck. Property is on R4 and located in the 6th Ward. Need to swear you guys in. Ladies first, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And your full name and address for the record, please?
Megan Ann Carfrey, 820 Beechwood Road, Havertown, Pennsylvania, 19083.
And now you, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I will.
And your full name and address for the record, please?
Timothy William Carfrey, 820 Beechwood Road, Havertown, PA 19083.
You can go by Megan and Tim?
Yes.
Is that all
Yeah.
right? Okay. Exhibits. You could just steal mine, Ernie.
I had one additional exhibit. It's just a picture I didn't have when I submitted the paperwork, if you're interested.
Well, I wasn't quite sure which of the items attached to your zoning application. The zoning application is not part of your case until you request that they be marked and identified for the record as exhibits. Ernie's taking a look real quick to see perhaps which you
what
should
you
mark
want,
and
yeah.
move in.
I have a
If you have another one, we'll mark it.
preliminary one that's marked, if you want to sort of just take it. Yeah, I do.
Nice, come on up.
Now, does it include everything that you want to have admitted, or is it? I think so. Okay. And look, you even got a table of contents. I do. That's perfect.
Have you been watching the videos of these meetings?
Nice.
So
am I.
Okay.
So the individual documents,
Yeah,
Well, we got to do it on the record now.
yeah, we're gonna do it on the record, but let's just organize it, and then we can,
So you want to go off then, for Arlene's purposes?
yeah.
You don't have to type this in.
So, do application, so that's your variance.
I'll hand him.
The attachment.
Thanks.
You're an accountant, huh, Tim? No tax seasons for him.
Thank goodness.
Yep. Yep, it looks like you have it that way, so. Okay, May 7th.
You got it, Ernie?
I do.
He's got it March 7th, is that right?
Yeah, I'm still running through it right now, so.
Thank you.
Yep, May 7th. I have everything. Perfect.
You want to, for the record, when we go back on?
Do you want? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, Dave, thanks. Ernie, would you please identify, and I want you to listen carefully, if Ernie doesn't describe any of your exhibits correctly, please stop it. But would you identify the exhibits for the record? Ernie?
Yes, sir, thanks, Mr. Chairman. The board went to a brief recess to just organize the exhibits here for the applicant. Exhibit A1 is the application for the variance, 2 pages, the application of Tim and Megan Carfrey. Again, consisting of 2 pages, Z24-1. Exhibit A2 is an attachment to that application, setting forth, I believe, are some positions with regard to the requirement for this evening and the requested relief. A3 is the proposed site plan. A4 is a plan for the subject property, 820 Beechwood Road, which deals with the sewer lateral estimation, showing where the sewer lateral is on the property. A5 is the township's impervious coverage calculation, consisting of 2 pages. A6 is a copy of the deed for the subject property, evidencing that the applicants own the property and have proper standing to appeal this evening. And then finally, A7 is a copy of two photos of the subject property. One looks to be the front,
It's the
the
side.
side.
And the
okay,
rear
And then
of
the
the
other
house.
was the rear.
Rear.
Correct.
And that would be exhibits
Fair.
A1 through A7.
Fair description? Was that a fair,
Yes,
description?
that's accurate description, yes.
And you want those admitted into the record, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, they're admitted. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, please tell us a little bit about what you would like to do and why.
Sure. So 820 Beechwood Road was built in 1907 and generally had not been updated for the 40 years prior to our ownership. We've done a significant amount of interior work to this house in the time that we've owned it. We've been there since June of 2011. Our family intends to stay in this house as we age. Today, the house has a very small kitchen, is poorly designed. There's a small laundry room off the back of the house, which you can see in the pictures on A7. It's that backmost portion of the house itself. So at one point, that was some kind of porch in a prior life, and neither the kitchen nor the laundry room has aged very well. So we worked with a local architect, also a Haverford Town resident who's actually here tonight, Jeff Spolker, to help us with the design of a one-story addition that includes an open kitchen with some additional living space. While exploring the final designs with the township to start the permit process, we were told that we would not likely get approved due to the location of the... Sure, sorry. Where do you want me to start again? Sure, while exploring the final design with the township to start the permit process, we were told that we would not likely get approval due to the location of the garage, and the code is cited earlier, 182-711B1. We're asking for a variance to the reference code. We've been considering this addition since we purchased the house in 2011, and in 2021, we got focused on the planning and design of the space. We are asking for a variance as it would be a hardship to attempt to place the addition in any other location besides the rear of the house. The existing laundry/mudroom is most likely already non-conforming due to its location. It has significant leaking from prior issues. We had the roof done a few years ago. The floor has damage, and that part of the house has to be replaced anyway. We have a pre-existing driveway on the right side of the house and a garage. Besides the significant expense to relocate it, it would close up the backyard. It would not be appropriate for the neighbors as it would block their view and would be more invasive. While we have space on the left side of the house, our main sewer pipe runs along the side of the house. The main sewer line runs out the back of our property, which is unusual, and turns around and out the left side. In the one exhibit, A4, there's an approximate location of the sewer line drawn on there. It's maybe somewhat faint in the copy. Placing addition over the large section of this pipe is not practical. Additions off the side of the house in either direction would be inconsistent with the architectural style of the house and the surrounding neighborhood. We consider many practical items in our proposed addition, which the proposed addition and ground level deck comply with all rear and side yard setbacks, as well as building coverage and impervious surface allowances for R4 as indicated in Exhibit A5. Rain and water runoff is managed through gutters and downspouts. With the plan we have designed, there's no change to the way water is addressed today. The proposed addition essentially incorporates the same area of our existing laundry room and the patio that it sits on. The proposed deck would allow us some functional space of the rear of the house and level access upon entering and leaving the property, minimizing the risk of misstepping in or out of the house, which is an issue we deal with every day today. We have one step going into the back door of the house. The proposed addition and deck, which would allow for a separation of more than 10 feet from the pre-existing garage, as we're coming straight off the back of the house, we do not get any closer to the existing garage. We've talked to the neighbors on both sides of our house, which would see the view and how this would be impacted with the addition. On each of the two closest neighbors on either side, they've reviewed the plans and none of them had any objections. Two of those neighbors also offered to come tonight, but as they're elderly, I suggested that they didn't. So thank you for your consideration. Do you guys have any questions?
Jessica?
You referenced the back deck as ground level, and it's noted as being composite deck. Can you
So-
just confirm a
So
little more
it-
detail about?
It will be approximately one step up to be level with the house as it's existing.
Okay, so about 6 inches or so.
Yeah, about that.
Okay,
I don't know the exact measurement because it's, yeah. I mean, I don't know how high a typical step is, but it would be higher than maybe, 2 steps maximum.
and will you have a railing around that deck?
I think it depends on how high it is off the ground. We would comply with whatever specifications we would need to. I think if it's more than 1 step, you would have to have a rail. Right now, it's not designed with a rail only because we don't anticipate it to be more than a step.
Okay, so in theory, if an emergency vehicle had to get around your house, it could drive on top of that deck, maybe crushing it.
There's enough
but
space,
there would
there's
be
more than
rails.
10 feet existing between the current house and the proposed addition,
Okay,
if necessary.
I would need to swear you. We'll see if it's necessary. If you,
I'm good, thank you.
Ed,
No question.
Bill,
No questions, thank you.
Jesse?
No questions, thank you.
Neither do I. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No,
Thanks for your
thank you for your time.
Just to, almost forgot to do the litany. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
I'll ask if there's anyone present that received certified mail that wishes to testify, anyone present that received regular mail, any other residents of Haverford Township. With that, we'll close the record on,
We did receive certified mail.
would you like to testify?
No,
Okay.
we just wanted to see what was, we hadn't had an opportunity to speak.
Would you like to see any of the exhibits, or did you talk to your neighbor?
We just,
And
we're actually, we are behind you guys.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
We've spoken over the fence, I think, with the dog.
The dogs like to talk to each other.
Tim, why don't you just show them
Yeah,
this picture?
Yeah, do you want? You can show that, just make sure you give it back to me.
Jeff and Linda Spector. Jeff and Linda Spector. Spector. I don't imagine we're gonna have any problem.
They're not making any input, so. Yeah. Voice. That's what Diane calls her. Diane refers to me as voice.
That's Beechwood Road. Yeah. So that would be a, yeah.
That's the tree that the dogs work.
Yeah, it looks nice. No, I don't think so. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now that you've seen the exhibits,
Yeah.
would you like to testify?
No,
Okay, so we'll close the record on this case. We'll go right to a decision. We'll do it. 1 year, quarter, 1 year,
What that?
quarter runoff.
Said that, though. I'll do it.
I don't care if you do it or not.
Okay.
All right. With that, we'll close the record on this case, and I would ask, Jessica, are you prepared to vote? Ed, are you prepared to vote?
yes.
Bill, are you prepared? I am. Jesse, are you prepared? And so am I, and we almost never do a decision the same night that we hear a case, but it's not a busy night, so you're in luck. Jesse, would you like to take this decision, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would vote to approve the requested relief with the following reasonable conditions. One, that water runoff be managed so as not to adversely impact any neighbors. The project be completed within 1 year and in accordance with the notes of testimony.
Bill?
I agree.
Ed?
I concur.
Jess?
You agree?
And so do I. That application is approved with those conditions, 5-0. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think you have been watching the meetings because you hit all of our points. So very well done.
No, you did a great job. It's the training, and we didn't even need to call your architect up to clarify anything. But it was, if you weren't here, there would have been questions.
Yeah, we've been
We've been
thinking about
putting
this for a long
forever,
time.
Like, since we moved into the house.
This board has been at this for a long time, so, you know.
Oiled
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Jeff.
Jesse, what was the last thing that you said? I didn't hear.
In accordance with the notes of testimony. It just means everything that you said, that you're going to do it. Yeah. So instead of repeating everything, you're just going to do it as Arlene typed it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
All right. Before we adjourn, Jess, your minutes?
Linda.
We're just gonna do minutes, eh?
I
Yeah,
did get
got it.
some minor
We
corrections
have
from
one
Nick,
thing.
All in
Bill and Ed, so.
Okay. Do you want to move them, or do you want to do it next time? Okay, go ahead, Jess.
I'm just waiting for Arlene.
Oh, you're fine. Good night.
We're just gonna approve minutes.
Oh, Ernie, are we signing that order? Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
You want us to run out of here before?
Okay, ready, eh? Jessica?
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from our December 7th meeting with both Bill Rhodes and Ed McGargy's corrections.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay. Any other administrative matters? All good? And we are adjourned. Thanks, eh? Thank you, Jeff. Margie, thank you.